fantasy, caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see.
1969, so he was still Freddie Balsara, not Freddie Mercury as yet. He was super confident and almost to the point of arrogance, and coming away with a distinct impression of this person I just met. That in later years I realised it wasn't the person underneath at all.
We came over from Zanzibar to England in 1964. We were just thrilled when we decided to come to England. And then, of course, he had gone to Ealing College of Art, and there he finished his fashion and designing. And even at that time, he wasn't too sure what he's going to do, if he's going for fashions or if he's going for music.
And then I realised that the moment I finished college, my interests were in music. All I wanted to do was music, so I set upon the fact that, oh, no, I'm going to try and make it as a singer.
I suppose when I came to university, I met Brian very soon after coming up, and we got on very well, and I met another guy that Brian knew, who was an art student, and called Tim Staffel, and we formed a band called Smile.
It wasn't a very long-lived band, Smile, and after all, one must remember that it was only a semi-pro outfit. It only lasted for maybe a year, 18 months, and then I wanted to move on, and then maybe it was another year between Freddie taking over and the kind of identity of the band being crystallised.
Freddie arrived on the scene as best mate of Tim Staffel, and over the course of the next sort of couple of years, he started joining different bands. But I think all along he really wanted to come in with Brian and myself, and he saw that as a sort of strong unit.
Freddie really was such a wonderful additional ingredient and a catalyst. I guess he shared a lot of our dreams, and he had a few more of his own.
I was, if anything, an outsider. I felt that in a way because the band was already formed. You know, they had a few songs, they had the name Queen, they'd rehearsed, they'd had 2 or 3 other bass players before me. So when I first joined, I was fairly quiet and just fitted in, learnt the songs, and really tried not to upstage Brian and Freddie too much.
We played a lot of gigs in the beginning, but we'd been through it before. Smile had done that and got nowhere, playing pubs and clubs and colleges and stuff. So we strictly limited what we were going to do as Queen, and we devoted more time to rehearsing and to writing and being ready for when that moment came, if it was ever.
I mean, I'm going back forever, like right back to Sinatra, through to Elvis, through to the Stones, through to the Beatles. So you can, every time you hear one of their songs go on, even if you've never heard it before, you can hear instantly who it is.
When we started, say, after 6 months, if suddenly jazz became the next big thing completely, I mean, we wouldn't have suddenly started playing jazz. We would have said, no, this is what we want to do. Because, I mean, we can't play jazz anyway.
Vocal harmonies, Freddie's voice, Brian's guitar playing, whatever. As a band, they all fitted together so well.
It could be something different, and as well as having the music right, we should be getting it across. It should be a show.
The image that they were trying to put forward, which is the image of the flamboyancy and the big robes and all that sort of stuff, that came with their connection with Zandra Rhodes.
I think that by the very fact that Freddie and Brian came round to me shows that they were people that had a very definite way of thinking and were brave enough to follow what they believed in, because it wasn't like women that make dresses would necessarily do their clothes. At the time it happened, it was just me making clothes for some guys in a band that were excited about putting them on and trying them out in front of the mirrors. But they weren't over, you know, they weren't over peacock-like. They were just very professional.